And then we go to Ryan Kearns 9. 2 topics, if I may. Number 1, since Zabit called out Mendes in the post-fight interview, how do you see that fight going? Will Zabit be able to implement his slick grappling against such a stud wrestler? How would Chad deal with Zabit's monstrous height and reach advantage? And number 2, who you believe is the best UFC fighter never to have won the belt? I believe it's Romero, but my brother thinks it's Gus. Wow, those are really 2 good ones. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you so much, man. For number 1, I see Zabit winning the fight. But it's going to be tough because Mendes does have the body work. He could go to the body of Zabit. Mendes is going to have a very hard problem with that reach. And, okay, like you look at the Conor McGregor fight. He had a problem with Conor's reach. He didn't land too many rights. He landed a couple, but Zabit is going to be even longer because he's that much taller. Mendes is 5'6", right? And Zabit is like 6'1". So we're talking about a 7-inch height difference. And we're talking about Zabit's 73-inch reach to Mendes's 66-inch reach. So that's also a 7-inch reach difference. This is massive. This is one of the biggest height size discrepancies in the UFC ever. If we're going to talk about Conor McGregor, he's 5'9". Right? He's 3 inches taller than Chad. Zabit is 4 inches taller than Conor is. And they have about the same reach. And Chad had a little bit hard time landing anything on Conor. Zabit, I think, is faster than Conor. And with the reaches, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be such a problem. He can post on Chad, and Chad is going to have a hard time to do anything past that. Unless he can get his head past the hand of Zabit. But Zabit can do what John Jones does to everybody. Post and retreat. Post and retreat, reset, throw out some jabs from a distance, straight right hand. He can throw out some head kicks. His head kicks legitimately don't have to go up that high to land on Chad. It's not going to be that much waste of energy for Zabit to throw high kicks. And he could throw side kicks to the face, which are going to be very unexpected for Chad. And the thing is, Chad had an advantage with the wrestling over Conor. It's not going to be the same case against Zabit. Zabit, I think, is a better overall grappler than Mendes is. Right? He has a submission ability. He's not a better wrestler than Chad, but he has better ground game abilities than Chad does. Which Chad, even taking it to the ground, is going to have a hard time. I see Zabit winning on points. I see him, or I could see a head kick finish. I don't think he'll submit Chad. I think Chad's going to be a hard guy to submit. But I could see a head kick finish, or I could see a decision win for Zabit off of just distance work and just moving away from Chad. And then who is the best fighter to never win a title? I think it's Romero. The reason why I put Romero above Gus is Romero never lost to anybody besides the champion. Gus lost to the champion, 2 champions, and he lost to Anthony Johnson in devastating fashion. Romero almost beat the champion twice, I guess you would say, but in the rematch, it was controversial, right? A lot of people picked Romero to win that one. Gus, of course, people picked him to win against John Jones, as did I. But then he lost to DC, and you can't really make a good case for Gus winning that fight. You could probably make somewhat of a case, but DC won that fight. And then Johnson just knocked him out. So Romero's the best fighter to never win the title. And even though he's the best fighter to never win a title, he is still one of the best fighters to ever compete. That is how good his resume is. And that's how good Robert Whittaker's resume is.